Hello everyone, I am here with oil pastels today. I got them from Rubens on Amazon and I am so excited to try these out. So I'm just opening the box. This is my first time doing an over the voice recording, so if I'm a little awkward, I'm sorry. But I went with a 60 and there were other different options. I think if I would go back and buy this again, I would definitely get a smaller box of colors. Like, there are so many colors and it comes so nicely packed. But because there are so many colors, I got a little overwhelmed, and you'll see later in the video when I'm working, I don't use that many of the colors. So yeah, and then here is just me. I'm swatching these, and really the thing that I noticed about oil pastels, this is my first time ever really using them, is that they are very, very creamy, which is weird, and it's not something that I'm used to. They kind of go on like I'm painting with lipstick or like coloring with lipstick, because they're kind of, they're a crayon, and I'm sure people who have used them before know what that's like. But I did not know that oil pastels were going to be so thick, and it really is like I took my lipstick and just colored, because I've colored on, like, who hasn't colored on a mirror with their lipstick before? Okay, maybe people haven't, but I did when I was young. So that's kind of what it felt like, which was kind of fun to try out. All the swatches are really pretty. I love how vibrant the colors are, but it just made me feel like a kid again. And yeah, I don't know. There's something special about feeling like a kid when you're working with art supplies, especially for me, because this really is just a hobby for me, a nice relaxation thing. For a while I thought, I'm gonna do something big with this, and I don't know. It's a weird process to go through that. And maybe someday I'll be this amazing artist or animator. I won't be an animator. Let's be real. Okay, so when I was young, I'll kind of go into this. This is just me randomly rambling while you get the overview of all the colors that this 60 color comes with. And oh man, those colors are great. But when I've mentioned a few times on my channel, when I was young, I wanted to be an animator, and I started school as an animator, or going into an animation major, and I struggled with it. Not struggled with it. I shouldn't say struggled with it. I really enjoyed my schooling sometimes, because I went to a state school, and I was going to get my generals, and then I was going to transfer to an art school because I was scared of college. I was young. I mean, who isn't scared of college at 18? And we send us to college at 18 and we have really no idea what we're going on. I mean, so yeah, I went and I did the whole college thing, and I got burnt out really fast. I had undiagnosed mental illnesses, so I didn't really know what was happening. And then in 2009, because I started in 2006, in 2009, Disney closed down their 2D animation studio. And I was just like, well, what am I going to do? I don't know, because I don't want to do 3D animation. I just want to do 2D. And I thought that was the only route that you could go. And, honestly, it was a blessing in disguise, because I got my degree in English, which makes me love story and, that kind of stuff, which is great. And I've had a lot of experiences. I understand a lot of things that I don't think I would have understood if I would have stayed in art. But I was also this punk kid. I don't know if other people feel this way, but I was so punky. I liked my style. I didn't like experimenting. I didn't like experimenting with supplies. I used my pencil. I used my digital art. But this, being messy, if you can see later, you'll see, I'll show my hands, but you can kind of see it right there. these are so messy. There's no way I would have used this stuff when I was younger. I just was so focused, like single-mindedly focused, that it really hindered me. And I think had I kept going with art when I was that age, it just wouldn't have been great. So I'm really grateful that I changed my major and I got to go to Lightbox in October with my friend. She was like, hey, I'm going to Lightbox. You want to come? And so many amazing things happened at Lightbox. I mean, I got to meet Loish and I got to sit and chat with her. And I like Loish, I've followed since early 2000s when she started, doing her Oakaki stuff. And I've just been obsessed with her ever since. So that was really cool. But I was sitting in a panel with a bunch of other female artists at Lightbox talking about their careers and how they've all kind of moved freelance because the animation industry is really hard for having a life outside, like being a mother. And they're trying to change it, but it hasn't been changing for them. And so I just kind of sat back, and after that, I have, my 2 kids that are pretty much my world. And I was like, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm really glad that I didn't go into animation. I like my life the way it is. I mean, there are things that, obviously every person, there are things that I have as regrets, but like I have an amazing husband. I have an amazing group of little boys, and I have a great friend group. I'm happy where I'm at. And I think that as hard as social media and the internet have been, there have been some really good things. Like I never would have thought of experimenting. And so when I'm like sitting here watching as I swatch and like sharing this kind of stuff with you guys, like I have grown so much as a person. And I hope that my art shows that, because I am willing to experiment. I'm willing to do things that I never thought I'd do. And it's kind of freeing. And there's this like pressure in the art world and in the world that you have to make and create things to make money. And I did that for a long time. I mean, I ran my own sewing business for 6 years and I burnt out, and like I can barely sew now. And sewing was such a relaxing, amazing thing, and going into my office is stressful. I tried to sew an art roll this week and just had anxiety about it. And so I'm like looking at this, it's making me happy because I'm creating just to create. There's no reason, and I hope that with this kind of stuff I can inspire other people to do the things that they love as well. Art doesn't have to be for anyone else. Art can be just for you, and it can be a relaxing thing. For me, it is something that has helped me manage my mental illnesses. I have multiple chronic mental illnesses that really affect me, and then anxiety as well. So I use art as a way of coping. And if I don't draw every day, if I don't start my day and end my day with some sort of sketching, some sort of art, I really struggle. So it's something that I've even been teaching my son that it's a good coping mechanism, and that you should, if you're angry, here, like color hard. Take this marker or take this crayon and just scribble your anger feelings. And so it's like one of those things that I have come to respect in a way of, this doesn't have to be a job. This doesn't have to be anything more than just a nice, fun, relaxing kind of hobby. And if you want to make money and if you want to make a job, there's ways to do it. It's just make sure that it's what you want to do, because, once you make it a job, it's hard to always do things that you want to do. And that's kind of where I got with my sewing, is that I could, you know, to a certain extent, I could sew for myself. Sorry, allergies are here, but I could sew for myself. And yeah, but it's one of those things where I could sew for myself, but I'm trying to figure out how to put this, but I could sew for myself, but then it wasn't making money necessarily. And like the things that people wanted weren't necessarily what I wanted to make, if that makes sense. And so it kind of got really like pressurized. So yeah. Okay, look, there's my hands. They are so dirty. Oh my goodness. Like this is something that would have freaked me out when I was younger. And I just love some of these colors. Like I'm pointing to the colors that I love because they are so beautiful. That green, and then there's like these hot pinks and the coral. I'm like so excited to like break into these. And yeah, I definitely think though that as pretty as the 60 colors are, I'm not sure I would go with 60 colors. Not that it wasn't bad. They were $35, so it's not like I spent a lot. And so then I pulled up a picture on Unsplash. I just searched Unsplash bouquets and then tried to decide. Whoa, my camera is, I'm sorry for the unfocus there. Hopefully it gets fixed. It's kind of weird. Oh yeah, there we go. But I picked a picture on Unsplash. I just searched bouquet and found one that just was bright and vibrant that I liked. And I just used it to be like, okay, here's the shape of the flower. Here's just kind of used it for a composition. But I really didn't use it as much as you could. I kind of just went with shapes and colors and just kind of added things to this. So this was a lot of fun. Flowers aren't something that I used to do very much, and I've come to appreciate them a lot more. And oh my goodness, I am so sorry for the like unfocused camera here. It's like doesn't want to focus, so please bear with it, and I am gonna check that out after this and figure out what to do. But for this video, it is gonna be a little bit of a funky one. But yeah, so I was just taking some colors. I had found this pink and red bouquet that I really liked. And as you can see, I'm gonna have to put some sort of paper towel or something down when I am using pastels, these oil pastels, because on the other side of the paper, there is all that dark gunk from my hands. And I'm laughing because it is what it is, but it's just funny. And I did find that if I color over it with a pastel, it does just like cover over. It's pretty opaque, and so that's kind of nice. And yeah, I don't know. I've been into flowers lately, been into birds. We have a bird feeder in my backyard, and I have been loving watching birds. It's so much fun. They come and they eat the food and they enjoy. I want to get a bird bath because I think that would bring in more birds. And yeah, I don't know. So I am just gonna sit back and let you guys watch now the painting process or the sketching process. I'll come back in and chat. But I don't know what else to say right now, so just enjoy this. not have a sketch. This was so relaxing and fun, and just nothing was perfect. And I think there was something just absolutely beautiful in the not perfect. So yeah, I just hope you all enjoy this. Also, the video will be ending in about a minute, and I'm just gonna leave it with music. But if you really liked this video and want more, please comment down below. Let me know what you liked about the video, if you liked the chatting, if you liked the quiet, what you preferred. Like, did you prefer my voiceover, or did you prefer the music in the background? I'd love to know. If you like this video, hit the like, subscribe. I want to do more videos like this. This was a lot of fun to just record my process and give you a little inside scoop on I'm really a really affordable medium. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm just gonna finish out the video with music.